Girum, it's not very often that we see a head of state decide to take an active role in an ongoing conflict. Tell us, what's been the reaction to the Prime Minister's decision to join the war on the front line?
Lindy, as you've said, many people have called it unprecedented. Those diplomats based here in Addis Ababa and also even ordinary Ethiopians are appreciating the fact that the Prime Minister has taken the role of going to the war front and trying to perhaps defend the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity, as he also put it. The reaction has been overwhelming. Our observation, and also from the experts that we've been hearing, people in their thousands are now marching into the battlefields in the Amhara regional state and also Afar regional state, following the Prime Minister's footsteps. Remember, this war took more than a year. It's a war that's happening within the country. It's not a foreign enemy that people are trying to fight. But then again, the Prime Minister and others are putting it that TPLF has posed an issue that the country must avoid as soon as possible before its freedom, territorial integrity and others are compromised. From the TPLF side, they are still determined, by the way, to continue the war until what they say, a chokehold by the government of humanitarian access and others are freed so that they can sit for negotiations. But in general terms, the reaction for the Prime Minister's move of going to the war front, leading the Ethiopian National Defense Force from there, has been widely accepted and is motivating many people to follow suit.
Well, in the meantime, we are, of course, continuing to hear calls for peace from both regional and international leaders. Do we know of the ongoing efforts at this point to de-escalate the tension in the country?
Lindy, all parties who are trying to broker peace between the central government, the federal government and TPLF, the African Union, the United Nations, the US government and others are asking for one thing: unconditional cessation of hostilities, and also for the parties to come for a round table discussion so that this ongoing war, which is claiming lives and evicting so many people from their homes in Amhara regional state alone, more than 2 million people have been evicted and counting. This cessation of hostility, unconditional cessation of hostility, was expected. Olusegun Obasanjo is taking the front line role of bringing these parties together. He's been in Mekelle several times and speaking to Ethiopian authorities, including the Prime Minister. But then again, the preconditions, perhaps from both sides, is what is posing a threat of not bringing them together. Ethiopian authorities, in particular, are saying that there is no equaling a rebel group which is trying to destroy a sovereign nation with a democratically elected government which is trying to run a nation democratically and also by bringing people together. So whatever demands TPLF is putting is unacceptable. They should put down arms, leave the territories they have controlled, particularly in the Amhara and Afar regional state. By then, we can sit down for discussion. So many experts are saying, Lindy, that is a sign of failure, that the Prime Minister has now taken the decision to go to the war front and finish the job as soon as possible. We'll report to you what the results of his moves are, but for now, this is what we know.